Welcome to another edition of MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight, where each week we highlight an amazing student athlete from around the conference. I'm Emily Liu, MASCAC Assistant Commissioner, and speaking with me today is Liam Bourassa of Fitchburg State Track and Field. Thank you so much for being here today, Liam.
It's good to be here.
All right, so what was it that first drew you to track and field?
I had a bunch of friends doing track in high school, and I was never really a big sports person, so they convinced me to join, and it was just fun, I guess.
So, how did you end up doing throwing events versus, say, running?
Started running and jumping. I started as a high jumper and a sprinter, and then jab looked fun one day, so my coach said I could try it, and I kind of fell in love with it.
How did you do that first throw? Because I've tried it and it's not as easy as people think it is.
Yeah, I think I only threw like 116 feet.
Only, only 116 feet. I would have been happy throwing at 116 inches. So it's still pretty good. I think you're good. So, all right. How did you end up at Fitchburg State for college?
It's close to home. I only live like 25 minutes down the road. It's affordable, and I knew a bunch of people going here. I had talks with Coach Halper and Jellison throughout high school, so it just seemed like the most like cost effective and place for me to go.
What's your hometown?
Shirley, Mass.
All right. Shout out to Shirley. Always like to do that during these. Give a little hometown shout out. So you're only in your second year with the Falcons, but you've already had a lot of success. As of today, you are currently second nationally in Division III in the javelin. Can you just talk about some of your success so far with the Falcons?
It's been fun. The coaching staff is really supportive. I came in knowing what I wanted to do my freshman year, and it was nice that they kind of let me do what I wanted to do, and then also like gave me the help I needed. It's nice. Last year I finished 11th going into nationals nationally, and this year I wanted to try and be number one. I still got a few more weeks, but number two is good. It means all the work is paying off, and I'm happy with how everything's going.
You get to do the chasing instead of being the chased, too.
Yeah, which is nice.
Well, one of those opportunities is actually tomorrow. We have our MASCAC Outdoor Track and Field Championship. So, how do you feel going into it?
I'm excited. We got a lot of good guys in the conference for Jav and Hammer and Disc. So I think every event is going to be a close battle and it should be fun. Three of our guys in the conference, like three of us are already on the top like the 10 national list. So it's gonna be fun. I think we're all just gonna keep pushing each other and I'm excited for the competition.
All right, will be fun to watch. Look forward to seeing it. So, all right, so let's go ahead and switch gears a little bit from the athletic side to the academic side. You're an exercise and sports science major. You know, you're only a sophomore, but what kind of things are you hoping to do with your degree once you are done?
I got into the degree because I always liked anatomy and physiology and stuff, and I figured it would be a good backing if I wanted to go into like private coaching and whatnot for JAV and other events and just sport like event specific coaching, and it would give me a good backing to understand like the biomechanical side of it. And
So, oh, go ahead. So you feel like your time as a student athlete will kind of set you up for some of what you want to do with your future.
yeah, I think it will. I'm hoping so.
All right. So in case you didn't know, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Division III this year. I know your time in D3 hasn't been too long yet, but so far, what has it meant to be a Division III student athlete?
It's been nice. It's been super supportive. Like everyone's super supportive. It's not as there's not as much pressure as there would be, say, in any other division. It's kind of laid back, but still very competitive. So it's more of like a friendly feeling than of like everyone's out to get you type of thing.
And so if one of your friends was considering, say, a Division I school, Northeastern versus going D3, how would you convince them to go D3, you think?
I would just say like it is what it is. Don't let the division get like the title get in the way of what you're gonna do because if you're doing track, it's the same events in every division. You're doing the same thing. You can go to the Olympics from D3. You can go to the Olympics from D2. You can go anywhere you want for track. It's the same. Your competition really doesn't decide it. It's more of just the title, Division One. So if you want to not freak out about a title and actually get a lot of competing time, then I would say go D3.
All right, like that answer. So, all right, Liam, let's get to know a little different side of you, some fun stuff, okay?
Okay.
All right, Dunkin' or Starbucks?
Duncan.
What's your go-to order?
Small coffee, 4 cream and 4 sugar. It's
No,
simple.
no food?
No, not really.
Well, it's funny. A lot of times I do this interview and they're like, "Oh, I don't really drink coffee. I just go for the food." So it's interesting to hear the opposite this time. You actually like coffee. All right. Prefer indoor or outdoor track?
Outdoor. It's without a doubt.
Do you have any pre-meet superstitions or rituals?
Mm, just try and sleep, drink some water. Nothing really. Meat. I don't eat on meat days until after I'm done competing, but before it's really just kind of try and sleep, kind of calm the nerves and sleep.
Interesting. Okay. No triple tying your shoes or making sure. No. All right. Favorite brand of throwing spikes?
Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Any particular color?
I like the ones I have right now. They're like black, green, and like bright blue, and they're I don't know, they're comfy and they do what they need to do.
Well, obviously, they're helping you a lot, so I would say they are definitely very, very interesting color scheme. Be interested to see what that looks like. All right. This might be a little thought-provoking. If you could have lunch with anyone, who would it be and why?
Mm, anyone like in athletics or
The sky's the limit. It could be somebody who's dead. It could be anyone.
I think I think Thomas Roller,
Okay.
the German jab thrower that was the Olympic champion. I think that'd be fun to talk with him.
What would you want to ask him?
Just for tips. A lot of tips.
Fair enough. All right, last one. Fitchburg State, green or yellow?
Green.
You like the green.
Yeah. Of
All right. Liam, thank you so much for chatting with me today.
course. It was nice being here.
And stay tuned next week for another edition of MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight.